So a lot of people have heard me talking for the last, month or two about the fact that the press in the United States is basically refusing to cover Donald Trump's cognitive decline. Even with Jake Tapper's book, when that, first came out a couple weeks ago and all the focus was on Biden's cognitive decline, Donald Trump was still out there every day making these mental errors that mental health professionals have told us repeatedly are actually symptoms of a bigger problem, but the press in the United States doesn't seem to care. So that brings me to another question from one of our YouTube viewers. This one comes from C. Cofield 8824, who asks, when Trump insults reporters, why don't they respond? So not specifically, of course, asking about why they're not talking about Trump's mental health, but the answer, of course, is the same. And to answer that question, let me go back to a story that I covered before Donald Trump was even sworn in. All the way back in January on the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, I talked about the fact that there was a story that came out, I believe it was from The Hill, maybe it was Axios, but I know it was one of those two. And it was that they had talked to a bunch of different, press pool reporters. And those reporters, even though they're like, listen, I don't like Trump, I don't like his policies, but what I do love and what I'm excited about is that this guy is accessible. This is a guy that doesn't hide from the press. This is a guy that doesn't wait, 3-4 weeks at a time before he comes and talks to us for 5 minutes. Trump will talk to us every day, and we love it. And they've gotten exactly what they wanted. The most horrific policies we've ever seen come out of an administration, but a president that is more than willing anytime he sees somebody with a camera and a microphone to stop and chat with them. That is why reporters do not call him out when he lies to their faces. That is why they do not say anything. They sit there and smile as he insults them. And of course, they refuse to talk about his very visible mental decline. Because if they do those things, any one of those things, they lose access. If they lose access, they fear that they will no longer have value to their media outlet and they will be let go. So they are suffering through all this and censoring their own reporting just so Trump doesn't yell at them and get them fired. We saw that recently, by the way. Terry Moran with ABC News put out a tweet on his personal account going after Stephen Miller. Everything he said was accurate. ABC News suspended him. Then about a day or two later, they said, we're not going to renew his contract. He's gone. That was ABC, okay? We're not talking about Fox News. We're talking about ABC News, one of the original outlets, media companies in the United States in the age of television. Hell, even in the age of radio. Before TV existed, there was ABC. That's how far they've fallen. We can't have our reporters talking crap about anybody in this administration because we could lose access. And access is the most important thing. Not journalism, not speaking truth to power, making sure that Donald Trump gets to see our smiling face and we'll report what he says unequivocally, even if it's lies. We won't call him on it because somewhere along the way, decades ago, we forgot how to do our jobs. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.